Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 79 of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia McNulty.
And I'm Audrey Fannin.
Today, we are going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn. But before I get into that, I wanted to let you guys know that this is our last live podcast until the spring equinox in March. I'm taking a little break as there are some personal issues I would like to take care of. But don't worry, I'll be back in the spring with some new content. So the December 30th new moon in Capricorn is a bonus second new moon this month. It brings a burst of speed to help you crush end-of-year goals or get an early start on your 2025 resolutions. We could set goals, we could focus on what we want to achieve in the new year, and we want to feel like we're setting ourselves up on the right path for success. We could be disciplined, practical, realistic, and hard-working in smart ways. You know that old saying, don't work harder, work smarter. And that's what that Capricorn energy can help us do. Now, this is helped by Mercury retrograde being over for now. Yay, everybody. I hear you all out there. Believe me, I'm cheering along with you. We still have a little bit of rough Mercury retrograde energy out there, but it's getting better. But Mars is still retrograde. Mars retrograde started December 6th and will last until February 23rd. And it is in Leo. So Mars retrograde can inhibit our ability to take initiative with what we want. So we may put together lots of plans and set new goals for the year, but we may not take action right away. It might feel like the first few months of 2025 are stalled thanks to this retrograde. So we have to be patient and make the most of opportunities when we have them, as they may not last long. Now, another thing to remember is Leo is a fire sign. It's not like Aries. It's more stable fire, but it's still a fire sign. So you still may find yourself being short-tempered or not willing to fight at all, depending on, your real personality. It could go either way. For all of us Leos out there, we're going to feel like kittens, not so much the regal lions we are. So be kind to ourselves, and all of you out there who love Leos, be kind to them because we have no idea what is going on. Along with our Aries friends, Mars is their ruling planet, so they're no longer the ram, they're the lamb as well. So Aries and Leos are going to have a rough beginning of the new year until end of February. So give them some grace and a little extra love. So retrogrades, but what we want to remember, let me back up there. Let me say this. Retrogrades are times for second chances. So many of you might focus on goals that are for second chances and do-overs instead of something brand new. So if you had something from 2024 that didn't quite manifest or didn't take off the ground, take a look at those goals. See, what happened. And you may want to revisit them and begin again in 2025. This might tie into the energy with the Sagittarius new moon from before and carries over into the Capricorn new moon and for the first 4 months or so of 2025. So it's actually great energy for a second chance. So if there's something you want to give another shot, this can be the time to do just that. So, you're going to be looking at it also with new eyes, right? Things change from year to year. So now it might be the opportune moment for you to launch those stalled plans.
I have a question, kind of circling back to what you were talking about at the
Sure.
very beginning. So this is the second new moon of the month.
Yes.
And we have a term for the second full moon. Do we have a term for the second new moon?
Oh, good question. I don't know. Yeah, I know the second full moon is the blue moon, but I have not heard any term for 2 new moons in a month. I will have to look that up. I will put that information on my website and on my Facebook page because that is an excellent question. I don't know. We'll have to research it. That'll give me something to do during these cold winter months. We'll look it up. Thank you, Audrey. That's a good question.
Sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Yes. So I'm going to take a little break. And when I come back, we're going to talk about the horoscopes for this new moon in Capricorn.
Stay connected between episodes by liking and following The Essential Zodiac on Facebook and Instagram. And visit essentialzodiac.com to read the monthly Skywatch Journal and see what new services and specials are available. Back to you, Cindy.
Thanks, Audrey. So let's go to our new moon in Capricorn horoscopes. Aries. You're entering a new era, Aries, as the new moon moves into your 10th house of reputation, legacy, accomplishments, and career. It may coincide with you gaining more influence or power in your professional life or another realm where you've been investing your energy. In order to level up, though, you'll need to release the urge to people please and learn to stop caring about what others think of you. You may also need to confront other toxic patterns in your work or personal life. This could be uncomfortable in the moment, but it will lead to big breakthroughs down the line. So, your new moon self-care practice. Play dress up with yourself. Put on an outfit you've been wanting to wear. Talk about what matters to you and embody the most authentic version of yourself, even if it scares you to show this side to others. Taurus. You're seeing the world in a new light, Taurus. The new moon activates your 9th house of education, perspective, philosophy, and experience, sparking substantial and vulnerable conversations. Opportunities that have the potential to change the course of your life may appear. This is an important moment for you to break through any resistance or fear of sharing your beliefs and expertise with a larger audience. You may also be embarking on the journey of learning something new, which can broaden or change your perspective in the process. Your new moon self-care practice. Blend your vulnerability with your words today. Speaking from your heart and with honesty can attract more aligned opportunities and people into your sphere. Gemini. Your bonds are deepening, Gemini, and especially the ones you have with yourself. While everyone is bound to confront certain elements of their shadow selves during this lunation, you, in particular, are being pushed to embrace the sides of yourself that you typically reject or repress as the new moon lands in your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, and obligations. Holding space for old versions of you who messed up and practicing self-compassion can be incredibly healing, just as being more vulnerable with others can solidify the foundations of your relationships. Your new moon self-care practice. Reflect on times you've been hardest on yourself. In what ways have you evolved since then? Hold space for who you've been while also acknowledging your ability to grow. Cancer. Transformational relationships are entering your life, Cancer, as the new moon activates your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships. This can also serve as a powerful reboot for any of your existing relationships. Romantically, you may be diving into intimacy or confronting unspoken power dynamics or feelings of jealousy. If you've been engaging in codependent behaviors, this moon can also help you break free. Your new moon self-care practice. Have the tough conversations you've been avoiding. If there's something you've been wanting to share with an important person in your life, but haven't done so due to fears of rejection, this is the time for you to speak up. Anyone worth having in your life will accept all parts of you. And that is very true, my friends. That's good advice for all of us. So, Leo, you're ready to release an obligation or burden you've been carrying, Leo. The new moon activates your 6th house of day-to-day life, responsibilities, and well-being, pushing you to set firmer boundaries. Your time is precious and limited, and people in your life may need a reminder of that. This is also an aligned time to rework your daily habits with your health in mind and to kick outdated behaviors and beliefs to the curb. Your new moon self-care practice. Prioritize your well-being over work whenever you can. Nourish your body with a good meal. Read for 10 minutes before jumping up to start your day, or stretch your body before leaving the house. Spend time on your physical, mental, and spiritual health. It will bring you the stability you've been seeking. Virgo. A creative breakthrough is on the way, Virgo, and it may feel cathartic. As this new moon in Capricorn moves through your 5th house of pleasure, creativity, and romance, it reminds you of the power in your voice and self-expression. You may be exploring a new side of your relationship with pleasure. If you're single, you could meet someone transformative. Oh, that's very exciting.
Yes.
Or you could find yourself calling out toxic dynamics in your dating life. Separately, you could also be starting a new creative project that requires you to share a raw and vulnerable side of you and your life story. Now, Virgo, I want you to stick with me when I give you your self-care practice. I know it's going to be a stretch, but I think it'll be good for you. So pay attention. Your new moon self-care practice. Pretend you're a teenager again for a day. What used to bring you joy? How did you wish you could dress? What hobbies did you always want to try? Nourish your inner teen's desires and face any fears that may have kept you from embodying the most authentic version of yourself when you were that age. Libra. You're experiencing a reckoning with your past, Libra, as the new moon activates your 4th house of home, family, and foundations. Nostalgic feelings or memories that may feel triggering can surface. You will need to confront these aspects of your past and see what you can learn from them in order to move forward. That might look like addressing unhealthy power struggles in your personal relationships or making a change regarding your living situation. In any case, this moment is likely to bring a temporary crisis or catharsis. Your new moon self-care practice. Go through your home and get rid of items that are collecting dust and holding on to stagnant energy or memories. As you clear out your belongings that no longer serve you, you can sever your emotional ties to the past and create space for new beginnings all the same. Scorpio. This new moon in Capricorn could spark life-changing conversations for you, Scorpio, as it moves through your 3rd house of communication, information and learning. You or someone else could be revealing intimate details from your past, or perhaps you're facing your fear of using your voice. This moon encourages you to use storytelling, writing, or journaling as a means to heal and process the past. If there are any limiting beliefs you've been eager to ditch, you could also find the energy within to shift your consciousness. Your new moon self-care practice. Write one of your desires on a piece of paper. Get detailed and specific about what you'd like to call in during this year. Then rewrite it in the present tense as if it's already happened, and embody what it will feel like to have met that milestone. Speak your desire out loud and embrace that feeling every day for the next 30 days. So that's a good hint for all of us. It's something good to try for the new year coming up. Sagittarius. You're releasing your concerns with the material world, Sagittarius. The new moon activates your second house of income, resources, and livelihood. If you've been struggling with a scarcity mindset, this moon equips you with the tools to break free. You may also be confronting power dynamics at work or stepping into a position of influence. You're awakening to your unique gifts and talents and breaking down any fears of embodying a deeper sense of confidence regarding what you have to offer. Your new moon self-care practice. Go through your budget and weed out unnecessary expenses. As you spend more time with your finances, you can start to get more familiar and comfortable with money as a source of energy that ebbs and flows. Capricorn. This new moon is all about you, Capricorn, as it occurs in your first house of self and identity, pushing you to release any urge to play it small. This is your yearly refresh that invites you to show the world a more authentic version of yourself. In order to do so, you'll have to face some of your fears, especially when it comes to what others think of you. This can be an uncomfortable process, and it may upset a person or two if they think you're outgrowing them. But remember, this is your butterfly moment and an invitation to reclaim your power and prioritize your needs. Your new moon self-care practice. Make a list of your fears or things you've been avoiding. Pick one item on the list and confront it. Going through the process of working through discomfort will make it easier over time to embrace the real you. And when you get a handle on one, try another one. Once you have the confidence, it will get easier. The first couple might be a little hard, but then as you gain confidence, it'll come a lot easier. Aquarius. In what ways have you been lying to yourself, Aquarius? The new moon in Capricorn stirs up activity in your 12th house of closure, healing, solitude, and self-defeating behaviors, pushing you to hold a mirror to your subconscious mind. Whatever you've been avoiding, now is the time to address it. This new moon will also usher in a new beginning regarding your relationship with the rest. You may be sorting through heavy feelings of grief as you process the end of a cycle. Remember that as one chapter closes, it creates space for another to open. Your new moon self-care practice. Pick up a habit that focuses on your spiritual well-being. Whether it's breath work, meditation, daily walking, or spending time in nature. This will help bring you intuitive insight and support as you process any big feelings from the past. Pisces. You're mingling with some VIPs, Pisces. The new moon lands in your 11th house of community, friendship, and support, as well as your hopes and dreams for the future. This could mark the beginning of a collaborative partnership with the power to move the needle forward on one of your goals, or at the very least, you could do some productive networking. At the same time, you may also need to confront the unspoken power dynamics within a friendship or acquaintanceship as you weigh the pros and cons of investing your energy into someone who may not be fully who they say they are. That's good for all of us. Your new moon self-care practice. Your energy is strongly influenced by the company you keep. If there is any connection that leaves you feeling depleted, it may be time to address the issue within it or emotionally detach from that person. So that ends today's episode. As I said, our next episode will be about the spring equinox, which will air on March 21st. I hope you tune in. And remember, with astrology, you can chart your life's course.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of the Essential Zodiac Podcast, the final episode of 2024. Do stay connected between episodes with the Essential Zodiac on Facebook and Instagram. And visit essentialzodiac.com. Sign up to receive the monthly Skywatch Journal newsletter directly into your inbox. And now's the time to order your personalized daily or monthly transit forecast. Cindy has been preparing that for me for, I'm not sure quite how many years now.
I think from the very beginning. It's got to be like 10 years now, right? I think you were like one of my first clients doing that. So yay!
So it's a part of my morning.
Yes,
so
it is.
Pull that up and check that out and think about what else is going on during the day. And also it gives me a little bit of insight on what's going on with other people during the day.
Yeah. That's a very valuable piece of information right there.
Yes, indeed. So you'll find more information about the personalized transit reports on the services page of essentialzodiac.com. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.